What does the presidential election do to the real estate market? Stay tuned.
What does the election do to the real estate market?
Presidential election every 4 years here in the US, and it has an impact.
It does indeed. It does indeed. Why?
I think the biggest reason is there's a lot of uncertainty, and people are getting a little preoccupied. This year, I think maybe even a little bit more than others.
Creating anxiety, uncertainty, all of that fun stuff. And you know what? Whatever political side you're on, it seems like every presidential election, does it not? It seems to get a little bit more divisive, and we always think, well, especially this time. But it's just a matter of course. So we usually see a dip of about 5%. That's not a dip in prices, that's a dip in transactions, right? So it usually affects the market negatively by about 5% in volume. Now, that's on top of
almost a 10% drop in the market in November from October. Yeah.
So the difference in the market between October and November is typically about 9.8%. In a presidential election year, that tips up to about a negative 15% change in the marketplace. So it does affect it, right? What we typically see too, election happens, we get through it, then we have a rebound effect.
Yeah, and there's been some research that shows that even though during a 4-year cycle of presidential elections, that the November drops another 5% from the seasonal drop of October, that those buyers, they don't go away. They don't just decide not to buy. It just gets pushed off. And that the months after an election year, they actually are busier. The year after a presidential election is usually the busiest year of the 4-year cycle.
And why is that? Because there's now certainty again. Plan on a slowdown over between October and November. Plan an additional amount of slowdown because of the presidential election, and then that pickup. Read between the lines. What does that mean? If you have an opportunity, you're in the market to buy a home, might that be an opportunity you're looking for to be less competitive?
November might be a great month to buy.
Yeah. So think about that. So there's a little bit of information for you about that presidential cycle. Feel free to drop us a line if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. Until next time, stay tuned and stay focused. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God.